Good morning. How are you? Yeah. So, man, I'm noticing that legitimately I am not usually hitting my Sunday goal for getting my video done. Probably because I usually use my routine of when I go to work, I just take it on the way kind of deal. And I don't go to work on Sundays. So that's just how it is. I'm not too worried about it. I'll try to figure out a way to make it some old doodles and the baby or something could be in there, but it's just like it never seems like a good time, and that's kind of the reason why I'm doing this like this anyways, because it's just like otherwise it's so easy to say you just don't have the time to do these videos, you know? But so I learned a lot of stuff this last weekend, or I guess I had a lot of new considerations and things I'm going to try. So for one of those, I decided I'm going to try to up my Instagram game here. I've been taking videos, or I've been taking pictures successfully, and putting them on there every single day. And even though I'm still not like really super sure, I have an idea, an inkling of an idea why I should be posting on a regular basis. But hey, I'm not the professional. If people are telling me that it's just like if I want to have a presence on Instagram and I want to eventually be able to promote my music and stuff, if I need to be posting every day, fuck it, I'll be posting every single day. So I've just been posting pictures of myself, I guess my baby and my wife and my dog. I mean, I don't really have anything else. I'm not going to just do random sunsets or something like that. I'll just try to make creative pictures for myself. Because as a reference from the person who initially got me to do this, indirectly, not directly since I don't really know him, but Adam Ivy from AdamIvy.com and his YouTube station, he's talking about the Instagram strategies and so forth, and he talks about how you need to have content every day so you're relevant, and then people, well, you just need to go and put a daily effort in. That's just the bottom line. So I've been doing that, and I've been doing my daily YouTube videos minus the last 2 Sundays, but we'll get over that. And slowly but surely I'm going to just try to add more and more stuff so I can make the ambiguity out of the work and make it more in actionable items versus just a worry about what to do. So I'll slowly add on some more stuff every, I don't know, a couple weeks or something. I don't have a schedule for this stuff or anything. You know, honestly, I'm behind on my month's goals. Like, shit, what is it? It's the 3rd right now, and I still have goals from May that I haven't finished, right? But, to be fair, I didn't really know what was a reasonable goal in the first place. Like, I got my book promotion video pretty solid. I got a second round of feedback from whoever responded, and that's the weirdest thing too. You know, you try to share your work with some people, you're not even expecting like a lot. You just expect them to maybe be like, okay, you know, fucking cool, brah, or fucking go blow yourself. But literally no response. Like, I'll be texting people some stuff, like people who I really respect, and fucking nothing. So it's just like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I don't think it's because it's bad content. I don't think because they just fucking don't want to deal with it or don't want to look at it or something. But hey, such is life, right? So after like a day or something, I'm gonna put it on Facebook to get another round of attention to see if anyone's got anything to say. Maybe I'll put a little bit of ad money into it just so I can get more of a reach. I'm guessing. I mean, I would technically, I believe there's a little room for improvement at least. So it wouldn't hurt to put a little money into the question of, hey, how is this, before I put like the big boy dollars. Well, I don't really have the big boy dollars, but before I put like more money into an advertisement for it going back to the book, you know? And back to the Instagram thing too. I was thinking of a couple different things, right? So one thought going through my noggin, because I'm, you know, trying to figure out what the hell to do with my hands and all this other. Just, what do I do with my hands? What do I do with my legs? What do I do with anything? I just try to be silly sometimes, and it works out half the time. But then I'm just like, man, I don't want to be doing the same damn poses every single time. And even Adam Ivy kind of makes that mistake where he just constantly does the same poses over and over, and he says he knows what works for him. But let's be honest, we gotta keep that shit interesting, man. So I decided to take the approach of looking up good poses, and I figured I'll go ahead and mimic the ones that I think are the best, or my favorite ones, and just make a challenge for myself. Like, it won't be super obvious for the Instagram photos because people aren't going to know I'm using reference images, but you know, just like I learned in all the Blender courses, all of the digital art, any of that crap, you know, having a reference photo is really, really key, because the reason somebody looks good on camera is because of the posturing and, like, you know, the dimensions of, I shouldn't say the dimensions, well, yeah, I guess you could say the dimensions, you know, how somebody is segmented within, I don't know, maybe you'd say that. I know they have the rule, what is it, the power of thirds or something, where it's just like the most interesting part of the photo can't be on the center, it has to be like off to the center. So like right here, if like you subdivide this screen and you make it like lines, I mean, I'm doing a poor job at showing you on the screen, but you know, you don't have your thing right here on the side. So if I was to apply the rule of thirds, maybe I have myself a little bit more off. I don't know, that's kind of weird. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be for videos. I'm still trying to learn that kind of stuff. But I'm looking up literally just how to take better pictures and about poses, and I'm thinking, you know what, I could probably go to the thrift store and buy a bunch of clothes that don't typically aren't something that I would wear on a regular basis, and keep those solely for special shoots, or if I want to portray a different character in like a music video. Because one of the other things that I kind of learned over the last week or so here that I was fucking with yesterday, I don't know if I should keep saying fucking and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not trying to go on my way to swear, but I don't know. I mean, it's a small channel, I can get away with it, I guess, right? But I've been messing around with DaVinci Resolve. See, before, that's a free, and when I say free, I should say they allow you to have the beta version of the program, completely open source, accessible except for high-end features. And before, when it was DaVinci Resolve 15 and the beta version was for 14, it didn't work on my computer, so I was kind of SOL on that. However, now that they have Resolve 16, the 15 version works swell. So I have a Udemy course that I've been watching about how to do that. That's going to allow me to do some way better features that Camtasia has not been able to. Although, to be fair, maybe I didn't really look into it enough, and maybe Camtasia is capable of all these features. Maybe I could do a comparison video down the road. But, you know, stuff like color correction. And what I really like about DaVinci Resolve so far is they allow you to see the waveform, so it's a very intuitive, I guess intuitive for somebody who works with audio a lot of times, because, you know, you see the transients, if you're looking at like a little wave, right? Each one of those crest to trough would be like a transient, like one of the little pivot points and stuff. I don't know if you call it pivot point, one of the points of interest, I don't know, spiky point. Those transients essentially exist for the waveform on the colors, like your basic colors, you know, like red, blue, green, red, blue, green, red, blue, green. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know, I'm not super good with like the colors and stuff either yet. I gotta get way better, because I don't, you know, they're talking about how, like, you know, the opposite of cyan is to add in more red and stuff, and to me that's not that intuitive. It's not something that I could just roll off the top of my head about, you know, this is the contrast to this, especially when you're talking about tonality, like specific colors and so forth. But it looks very promising, because this is going to open up a new gateway for being able to make quality videos. And I don't mean for like videos like this. These are going to be the same old ones on my phone. Big deal. Well, technically they'll all be on my phone because I don't really have a good camera. However, I have a Canon, whatever the dick, not super high quality, but I've got one that I used to take my videos for the 90-day challenge. That's pretty good. But the biggest issue with that is I can't find the charger. So I need to order a new one, and then that way I'll be able to take better footage, I guess, maybe. But I'll tell you what, stuff like open camera and all those programs and stuff, those are good enough. They'll give you the opportunity to unlock your. I talked about open camera, I remember a couple weeks ago, but it allows you to use features on your phone that you wouldn't typically be able to use, like I think your shutter speed and stuff like that, just so you can have different effects, different filters and so forth. Frame rate, there you go. That's one that your phone typically doesn't really take in consideration. It doesn't really let you decide what frames you want to shoot at. But that's all I've really got so far for the update. I think it's going to be pretty good. So for this week's goals, since I can't really jump into next month's goals, even though this is the new month, I need to finish off what I said. So the things I still need to do, there's like a couple post ideas I had to finish. I put half of my music, I should say I put the first album of my music on DistroKid, just so I can get the feel for how it went. I went and published it already, and then I'm going to go and make a demonstration video on how to do that. So I purposely waited to do that with my second album. So maybe today I'll be able to do that one, but I really want to make, I think the most challenging one is going to be my introduction video for the website. Maybe I could just kind of do it half-heartedly and get something just so it's there. But I have an idea and I wrote a script up already, so I feel I could do it pretty effectively. The only thing I really need to worry about is like what the footage is in the background, because that could take forever. But I decided I'm just going to use my old footage that I already have the rights to for my, I don't know, I made like little music videos for doodles on our vacations, and I'll just have that playing in the background. And here's hoping it'll be pretty good. So that's all we got so far. And then I would like to keep these videos more like this, where it's more of a thought process on, the business that I'm trying to build right here, because the whole point of this is like, zero to hero. Here's like where we are and where we're going, and hopefully do enough stuff where we have stuff to talk about. And I should keep the other motivational stuff off to the side, where it's its own videos, maybe with a better camera and with thumbnails and stuff like, your typical YouTube videos, which I'm not really accomplishing at this point, but sooner than later, And that's another thing you got to really keep in mind. And I say this in my motivational video too, you don't have the results for your work right off the bat. You've got to cultivate the land before you're able to get any fruit whatsoever. You don't even get fruit right away. You start getting like growth, you start getting plants, and then only when it's time do they produce anything. So right now I'm still planting seeds. I don't expect anything, and that's kind of the approach you need to take. One has to be very humble with their approach, because from people's experiences who have been successful, and from previous experience of myself, I know that when you're going for the prize from the get-go, and you are trying to go for, when you're going for the prize right off the bat, and that's your main focal point, it ends up not turning out too good. So it's only when you're doing something that's providing genuine help for other people that eventually the prize will come as a secondary reward. So that's all I got today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and please hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll keep making these videos every single day. Except for Sundays, we'll find out. So, I like a winking in this one instead. Oh, what the fuck? That's not a good wink. Oh well, I'm done. Before I wink anymore.